Welcome back to Pisces TV with Montana B. This is a reading for you, Pisces, or cross-watchers. All are welcomed. Take a seat. In the description box, there's a lot of information regarding the channel, products and services, and booking. If you're interested in joining us on the other side for some much-needed discussions, courses, whatever, we're there. If you're interested in the extendeds or whatnot, or membership. Here on YouTube, we have the merchandise member section, the playlist, check those out, and the community board, which is my personal favorite. And you can see why after this video. Just stop by and take a look. If you hadn't already, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, share. I do read you guys' comments. We have fun and I appreciate it. So I know how you feeling and how you like it. All right. As we get started, there's an energy of not panicking. Okay. There may be something that I don't want to say is bothering you, but it's just an energy. Maybe it's an energy of panic and you don't even know why. I had a friend say that to me before. It's like, you got this feeling that something's wrong. You don't even know what's wrong. Then it ain't nothing wrong. Could be something as simple as that. So I asked Source, like, what is it? What is it you could be panicking about? What is it we need to talk about? What is this don't panic thing? And I shuffled out a couple of oracle cards. We're still using the Numinous, whatever, tarot. Y'all know what it is. Y'all have seen them before. Let me see. I'm not good with this. The Numinous Astro deck. Sorry about that, Astro deck. Stop calling them tarot cards and oracle cards. They are called the Astro deck. Okay, so let's be politically correct here. Now, as we get started, keep in mind that this message is for those that came to this reading and may resonate with it. Doesn't have to mean anything about your ninth house, having the moon in the ninth house, or where Sagittarius falls in your chart. Could be a cosmic message, or just the characteristics of the card could possibly fit your situation or in the environment. If you have an involvement with others, I don't care if it's your neighbors or people on TV, whatever. So as we get started, the card that shuffled out for you guys is the ninth house of seeking. See? So it's like something about curiosity and adventure, something about seeking. You're looking for something or trying to find yourself. Who knows? When I look at this card, and you can look at it with me, I see passports and bags. I see camel, I see foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, pilgrimage, spiritual quest, aspirations, journalism, religion, guru, risk-taking. The number 9 is a very strong number. This is not a fluff cake, cupcake, easygoing number. I have looked into numerology because my friend, when I was like, I'm an 11, and we were doing a song. It was called The Elements, right? And my element I chose, child, for whatever reason, was fire. And he was like, I want to choose an element. So I looked up his numerology, I think by either name or birthday or something, because there's different ones. And he was a 9. And when I learned what the life path 9 or whatever path 9 he was, it made sense. And I sent it to him, or I told it to him. I don't remember. I think I may have sent it to him. And it just kind of explained what some would call hardships, but it was kind of like his path. And, any resistance toward that path makes it harder. So that's why I was like, that makes sense as to why he resonated when he read over what that path or the number 9 represented as far as his personal experience. So I'll just say that. I also think about a traveler, right? And a traveler could be a time traveler in space, a traveler here in the world. And even if it isn't foreign travel, it could just be an energy of always being somewhere that you're not used to, because that's foreign, I thought about the Knight of Wands because of the foreign travel. I can't lie. And the Knight of Wands, for me, at this particular time in this reading, I wasn't, pulled to the adventurous side of the Knight of Wands, or the optimism and momentum and, all of the light things. I see the Moon card here. So that made me think about some of the shadow aspects of temporary situations, a lack of understanding, relationships and how that happens when we don't mend things well. We kind of just pack up and go, right? So it could be moving a lot in life, constant change, or not feeling, not feeling home here in your job, in your field, in your relationship, and just trying to find it. Now, when I think about people who have relationships like this, they are not the lovey-dovey, sad kind of people who are looking for love. They just run through situations looking for something and not finding it. And then on the outside, to us, they look like they have commitment issues or things like that. So you can check more into Sagittarius and where it may fall in your chart. I thought, as far as a cosmic kind of collective message, to not bottle it up, Sagittarius is South Node for all of us. So, and it also is, North and South Node when it comes to the actual positioning of the planet and how that affects you, as well as your own personal natal chart. But like I said, specifically, it could be something you're seeking or in search of. And then we have the 9th house, or the number 9. And notice the 2 9s here. So 99 could also be, I do light codes and numerology and stuff like that. So you can look into what those mean for you, where it may be a spiritual journey or a quest that you are on, where you're trying to find your purpose or live your purpose and make sure that you're on path. Could be that. Now, some of you, because these cards, it would be more of a moon in the 9th house energy, or the shadow aspects in the 9th house energy, the characteristics that we just talked about. But it talks about instinct, nurturing, gut reactions and comfort, home, family, conditioning, habits, lineage, privacy, embodiment, self-soothing, and moods. Now, if I put these 2 cards together and think about shadow energy, look at that. We have beliefs and we have conditioning, family, home. Look at that. We have adventure and gut reaction. Check that out. Risk taking. All right. We have aspirations, and then also instinct, comfort, self-soothing. And then with pilgrimage, higher learning, gurus, and journalism, we have, like I said, femininity, digestion, however you want to take that, moods, and mother. Okay, so whatever that means for you. Now, specifically, the moon in the 9th house and how it could shape the personality of you, something, or someone in your environment. It talks about being inquisitive, witty, and adventurous in the positive aspect. The challenges could be mysterious and obsessive. So that's that not panicking. Because now I'm thinking about trust issues and fears. Okay? Controlling with obsession or going overboard. As advice, not letting others take advantage of you could be a thing. And just for kicks, some celebrities with a moon in the 9th house would be like Angelina Jolie, Selena Gomez, Kanye West, and Ariana Grande. So think about all of them and any character, anything you guys may have in common. And not just because I'm black, because I'm also a woman and some women here, but I pick Kanye West. I don't know why. I just pick him. Okay. And I think we have a few of the same signs in our charts somewhere, especially when it comes to Gemini. But I am Pisces sun, okay? People are always, because my energy is a little bit different sometimes than what I read for the collective, they'll say, are you truly a Pisces? And I'm like, yeah, February 28th, baby. I'm like as Pisces can get, honey. But anyway, people with moon in the 9th house sometimes think that different circumstances than the one they're in would make their life better. So see what I mean? Thinking the grass is greener on the other side. Jumping ship and always worried that I'm not doing it right. This ain't for me. It got to be something else. It got to be somebody else. Something like that. Never really happy with their surroundings, so they're constantly moving. They prefer to just travel and not belong to any one place. So when you're soul searching, be honest with yourself, because I know people that hold this energy and don't even know that's why they're attracting certain partners in certain life circumstances. But if I were to put them in a contract, bind it to a location, bind it to a job, bind it to a person, they would absolutely hate it. However, because their life is a little more flexible than the others, but the beliefs of the others make them feel less than, then it's constantly a flux of this, right? So it doesn't mean that you have to feel this way or have it in your chart. It could be, like I said, the energy around you. You could meet a person that acts like this, especially since we've been talking about Casanova and new loves and old loves and understanding, why there's a need to forgive certain people or yourselves for whatever reason. But Moon in the ninth house natives need to be constantly stimulated because routine and the mundane stresses them. Okay? They're philosophical creatures who have a natal curiosity about everything, including people and their cultures. It's important for people with Moon in ninth house to stop believing the grass is always greener on the other side and to tend to their other needs, because the more they look for happiness someplace else, the less they'll be able to find it. It's possible that they have been to destinations others wouldn't even dare to think of, and that their knowledge on different cultures and languages is very vast. The position of the moon in the ninth house makes them aware and receptive of others' needs and feelings. So my empaths, you could even just be an empath. It also helps to be more dreamy and visionary. In other words, you're likely the individuals who want to change the universe and to get involved in different causes, okay? At the same time, this position gives you instability when it comes to the traits this house controls, which means you'll change your philosophy of life or hobbies and interests more often than others change socks. This means you aren't able to focus your spirituality on only one thing, being more the thinker of things, the knowledgeable persons who are informed to the very last detail. It's you look dead deep into something and you have this quest to figure things out. You're very inquisitive, but either you'll get bored or once you figure it out, it's like, gotta be something else. I want to do something else. So you could specialize in something, but with this energy, if it's not mastered, probably wouldn't. So I could even use me for an example, because like I said, I don't have these discussions or readings to talk at you. It's to talk with you. But you can kind of get a gist of my personality through Pisces TV. Now, I am a theology major, so I do love research, spirituality, and all kind of stuff. As a paralegal, I was investigative, in business, in relationships, and as a mother, I try not to hover. But I have tried many different things. Now, I don't think my energy is of shadow, because for the most part, I completed those things and I still carry them with me. I didn't totally drop them and say, nah, I must be somebody else. I use them all, right? But Moon in the ninth house says that we may completely just, disregard those things for the energy or instinct that it gotta be something else, right? It's more to life. It's more to this, and just never really being settled. So it's like the jack of all trade that masters none. Okay. I don't think anything's wrong with that. I think everything that happens in this life and all of the personalities that come with humanity are necessary in some sense. But if you are looking to make changes and these are aspects of you, you can accept those, or you can be more flexible and change a couple of them. However you want to take this. This could be just information to help you understand yourself. Stop beating yourself up and thinking it's a problem. It's not a problem being who you are, okay? It is necessary for the collective. Rich imagination, perfectly capable, okay, of turning your dreams into reality. So you're fantasizing may not be in vain, because that fantasy and that dream and that childlike energy is what is needed to manifest. Because some people who are caught up in what someone tells them to think and are blocked off to that thing may not be able to manifest to your capacity. That's why, water signs, Pisces, the moon energy, those who have those gifts of intuition and of water, you have an advantage. But without other elements, focus or discipline may not, bring those dreams and realities to life. All right. So moon in the 9th house natives are happier and more comfortable when doing something out of the ordinary, something very creative. So just know, if you're searching for yourself, your lover, your job, baby, it's not going to be on Dawson's Creek. Okay. And it might not be behind no desk unless there's something very creative going on behind that desk. And the desk itself is creative. All right. You like to expand your mind, your imagination, and the position of the moon in the 9th house indicates that you need to nature your mind on your own. Okay? Because somebody trying to do it for you, it may make you a bit defensive or suspicious and stuff like that. Or, what if there's a separation between you and that person, and then you feel that you need, like somebody else needs to help you find happiness or contentment, and you who will be on that horse as the Knight of Wands for a very long time in search of that, because it's within you, right? Thinking comes natural, okay? And I think that's why I picked on Kanye, because he is definitely a thinker, and it is an everyday habit for him. And the thoughts do change by the minute if you watch him on Twitter. Capable of nurturing others with their thoughts, but more often considered wise and intelligent. Now, I think that about him because I have a lot of air in my chart, but other people may feel like he is insane. And there's a thin line between genius and insanity. Now, even though I have a lot of love bugs on Pisces TV, this placement says that you may not be the biggest fan of intimacy and emotions. You may think you are, but may be uncomfortable and challenged in those areas. And if you say, well, yeah, that's not my strength, even though I think I want love and intimacy, that ain't my strength. Like, that's not what's working the best in my life. So here's the thing. People with the moon in the 9th house need to understand, or may want to understand the world through their own philosophies. So the position of the moon in this house indicates that you absorb every piece of information on religion, politics, or other humane, kind of subjects from parents ever since they were children, and yada, yada, yada. Everything about moon in the 9th house includes their emotions and is directed at understanding the higher subjects in each and every new culture, right? So when it comes to intimacy, that requires a little bit of give and take, which we've been talking about a lot, of listening and comprehending and nurturing others. So I know a lot of Pisces that do that and then don't do it for themselves. And then we have the other demographic of Pisces, which I normally put on the fellas because I said female or submissive Pisces are not the same as dominant or male Pisces. And so if you are listening to this and you're like, well, that's not me, then you haven't dated a Pisces, because that Pisces would be very different from you. I have a brother that is a Pisces, a son, but he's a toddler, so we won't count him yet. And I have had Pisces male friends. They are very different, where Pisces women may look for love and a soulmate and the twin flame that, that they came to this earth to find. My Pisces brothers or dominant, females, they kind of have a player-like energy, don't want to commit. They're hard to figure out, don't let you close to them, but keep you just enough to not, completely let go, and may like to share their energy and emotions with you when it comes to how they feel, but could seem a bit selfish when it comes to how you feel. Okay? A little one-sided. Maybe, maybe not. But that's what I got. Okay? So enough of that. It's very intense, however. The passion is strong. Baby, some of the strongest you'd ever feel. But it burns out quickly and they move on fast. Right? So how many love of your lives have you had? And, how long did they last? Okay? If not you, could be somebody in your environment. If you've ever been ghosted, just think about how that love was so strong. Some of the love that, you may yearn for, or just remember. I don't care if it was childhood, college, or yesterday. Okay? So I always like for the third card to leave advice, outcome for my 9th house. Look, I got Pisces. Look, the first thing on my mind said, just be yourself. Have more confidence and learn the duality of ego and humility. When it comes to possessions and possessiveness, to live and let live, okay? I don't know if you're trying to find contentment within possessions or dealing with an issue of possessiveness. It even talks about the 2nd house, okay? So security, luxuries, talent, the material world, and possessions. It's like if you have I don't want to say weakness, but if you have a not so strength here, to make that a strength, it talks about I think it's talking about using your gift to help generate in some areas that you may be lacking. So all of that deep, that depth, that adventure, that inquisitiveness, to use it to your betterment. There's no way that a person that has the moon in the 9th house should be, working at McDonald's or at a call center with something so deep like foreign travel, philosophy, theology, journalism, music, art, theater. And I know because family is here and beliefs are here and religion is here, you could have been taught to grow up and be a certain thing, but deep down inside have always wanted to be something else or have always been trying to figure out what that even is. So the cards suggest to express yourself creatively, to do what you love, to be warm, to be playful, to flirt with life, and to have confidence. Okay? It talks about being proud of who you are and to work on your trust issues and or where you are a bit excessive. Okay? Don't find security in things, but I think your gifts could help you get things. All right? So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. If you're, interested in doing tarot, astrology, or I would just do this. Just hear me out. Because when we grow up, when we're taught things to be teachers and doctors and lawyers or work in the community, grocery store cashier or stay-at-home mom, doesn't matter. I want you to look into some positions that are not highly publicized. So there are people who travel the world looking for bones and they make hundreds of $1,000s a year. There are people who study fish, that study the sea, that study the ocean, that study different types of water, that studies foreign travel or even in transportation. Hell, the people who do the shipping and sending and receiving, there's a port in California, I think near Long Beach or San Pedro, that has like a whole bunch of containers and, that's moolah money. So if you like to travel, let that benefit you. If you do change often, let that benefit you. If you're very creative and not orthodox, child, let that benefit you. But that is what I got, where it talks about not panicking because you're looking for something, you can't figure something out, you're trying to find something, or it's just kind of like being on the run, on the go, or just could be pent up energy and anxiety. Don't panic, okay? You are perfectly you, and there's a way to be perfectly you and to fit into this world and this society. There is room for you, but you have to be yourself. All right, that's what I got. I hope that it helps. Until next time, namaste.